Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets. You know me, the voice of the guys. Me, really real villain, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Very, very close to a near sweep here on Tuesday. Yeah, that was Tuesday because today's Wednesday because today's Microsoft. So, yes, Tuesday episode of Fast Break Bets. But it was still a good day. That's fine. Lakers laying 5.5. Never in doubt there. Maybe a little bit of doubt in the end, but really, honestly, never in doubt. The Lakers able to get this and done. Get this done. Lakers not up the series 1-1. They end up getting the cover as well. Luka had 31. The game flies under, and there we go. Could have made a couple other plays in that game, but it's fine. Take the Lakers minus 5.5. Love the W. Second W. Psh, never close. This was so short. And if you listen and laddered, like I said, you got some nice plus money out of Bobby Portis, who had a points and rebounds prop of 19.5 before the game tipped off. And he finished with a devastating 28-12 against the Pacers, 6 for 11 from three. It still didn't get the win, but Bobby went off. Somebody remind me to play Bobby again in game 3, please. Don't win is game 3. That's on. Oh, yeah, they got a couple of days off. Friday, I can't forget on Friday, play Bobby Portis again. Just run that back again. They're not going to get that right. I'm 100% positive the books are not going to get that right the next time around. So we're going to run Bobby Portis back. And then TJ McConnell. I had TJ McConnell over 11.5 points and assists. He finished with 10. Very, very close to a sweep. Very, very, very close to a sweep. Okay, 2 more plays to give out here today. And I decided to make one of those plays yet again. One of my favorite segments here, the Microsoft Chasing Challenges segment, because we get to sit here and we get to talk about what these teams have going on for them. So let's go ahead and kick off this week's Microsoft's Chasing Challenges, brought to you by Microsoft. Like I said, just like the athletes who push boundaries and redefine what's possible, business decision makers today are turning challenges into opportunities. Microsoft meets you where you are with tools and guidance to help you make an impact with safe, secure AI solutions. Players and teams are facing their own challenges. In this segment, we are going to spotlight a team that is currently undergoing a challenge and what that means from a betting standpoint. Whatever challenge you're facing, Microsoft empowers you with the expertise to say, bring it on. This week, we're discussing a challenge faced by the Houston Rockets. Honestly, you could say it's a challenge faced by the Golden State Warriors as well. But what team do I trust more? I trust the Warriors more than the Rockets. So we're going to talk about the Rockets. Because the Rockets' issue is they are realizing that while Ime has built a defensive juggernaut and he has turned what I thought was a ragtail group of players that seemed interesting when Ime took the job. And then over time, as he developed, brought in a couple of more guys, they become a really, really solid defensive juggernaut. But the issue is the offense, and they're not consistent at offense at all. When they get to the fourth quarter, I don't think anybody actually knows where the basketball is going. And yes, you can draw up the best you can, but you still need a guy. Like everybody has a guy. Everybody has a guy. Some people have 2 guys. Like everybody has a guy. And is Jalen Green the guy? I think this playoff series is going to be a good question or a good tester for Jalen Green and the Rockets, honestly, to figure out if he's going to be that guy for him. Şengün could potentially be that guy. He has the matchup in this series, but is the mental there? Because when the physicality comes, and that's what happens in game 1, the Warriors brought the physicality to Şengün and this Rockets team, Şengün was able to have a good game, a good day overall. But when it got to crunch time, this team just couldn't get any type of offense going at any rhythm, anything. The Warriors defense really, really rattled them. And so look at the total of these games. I wrote something down in the beginning of the playoffs, and I have to hold myself true to it. And this is the first moment I have to try to hold myself true to it. And I wrote it down, and it says, and I quote, take the under no matter what. That's all it says. It doesn't say anything else. It just says take the under no matter what. And I think the key part, because it's underlined multiple times, no matter what, because you can look at the number and you can say, wow, that number looks really, really low. And then you realize that it's a Warriors Rockets game and the Rockets are almost guaranteed not to put points on the board. It makes it really, really a lot easier to take the under here, guys. I mean, we're going to talk about the total here in just a second, but if I don't trust the Rockets to consistently get offense outside of one player, which is Alperen Şengün, maybe Jabari Smith Jr. can have a little bit of a game as well. But if I don't think that they're going to get much offense out of anybody else, pretty much anybody else on the team struggles to get the double digits when they play the Warriors. You look on, and the fact they know this, that's the thing that also really kills me about the Rockets. They know this fact, and they just commit to playing even better defense to try to combat that offense that they have. And so with that, the game goes under, 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 under. In these games, the last 5 games for the Warriors and the Rockets sometimes haven't even been close to the total. I'm just going to take the under. That's how we continue to bet this Rockets team. Under, 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 under. Maybe if this was a bad defensive team, then the Rockets would have, something to hang their hat on in terms of what they can do offensively. But this is a solid defensive team against the Warriors. Bad matchup for the Rockets. Yes, they have Şengün. Yes, they have Adams. They have the size that you would want to battle the Warriors, but I don't think the mentality is there. I don't think the toughness is there. And I don't think they're going to be able to do what they need to do to get anywhere near 100 points in this game. Yeah. Yeah. You got to fade the scoring in this series. No matter what. Whoa, excuse me. No matter what. No matter what. You got to fade the scoring in this series. So that is it for this week's Chasing Challenges. Remember, Microsoft's AI solutions empower you to take bold steps and make informed decisions, sparking new ideas to help drive your business forward. Microsoft is your trusted partner. You can navigate your journey with confidence, finding innovative solutions and reaching new possibilities. Microsoft.com/challengers to learn more. All right. With that being said, let's dive a little bit more into that total and let's just show you more reasons why, again, no matter what, you take the under. Let's look at the last 5 games these two teams have played. 95-85. It's 180. 106-96. 202. 105-98. 203. 91-90. 181. 99-93. 2-0. No, wait, I'm tripping. 192. These games have flown under. We've actually bet the under in a couple of these games, believe it or not. So, what am I going to do here? It's at 203.5. I said no matter what. And I understand I look at 203.5 and I think, man, that's a really, really low total. But when the last 5 games, the highest that the total has been 203, I think I still feel pretty confident. This is going to be an ugly game. They're not going to run a lot of pace in this series. The physicality that the Warriors have to bring to combat the size of the Rockets already, for one, makes this a game that really doesn't have any type of pace because I think there's going to be a good amount of fouls. Doesn't have to be fouls that means lead to free throws all the time, but I think it's a good amount of fouls on the floor that just the refs come in and muck up this game. Don't let it get to a set pace where it can even have the opportunity to fly over. Constantly getting stops in regulation, maybe a few free throws here or there. That might be annoying, but the number of missed shots in this game, especially from the Rockets side of ball, when you can't trust the backcourt of the Rockets at all to be able to put up any amount of points. Like the only points that you're seeing in these games are really coming out of the Rockets front court. Jalen Green is unable to get consistently going. Fred VanVleet hasn't had a good game against the Rockets since 2019. Like we're I mean not the Rockets, the Warriors has that Fred VanVleet hasn't had a good game against the Warriors since 2019. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna continue to do it again. And I know that it looks different from seeing 213 the last game to 203 this game. They haven't even been coming close. None of these numbers have even been coming close. 203 and a half, under 203 and a half. First play, Warriors Rockets. Still gonna do it. Game two under, so I feel good about it. And man, these haven't come close. They really haven't. I'm thinking this is gonna fall somewhere around 195, 196, somewhere around there. So, all right, Warriors Rockets under. We're gonna stick with that. Play number two comes from the prop bet cheat sheet. Shout out to the prop bet cheat sheet, and make sure you get it over there on the Betting Pros app. So, play from the prop bet cheat sheet. Shout out to Max Strus, who former Miami Heat, by the way. Max Strus has a points, rebounds, and assists prop of 14.5 here. The prop bet cheat sheet has him projected for 16.8 here, 65% cover probability, and a 5-star rating. Max Strus has been pretty good. 9 of the last 15, he's gone over this line. He's gone over this line in 3 of the last 4 versus Miami, including not going over his last time out. He only played 21 minutes and he was overshadowed by shout out to Ty Jerome, who went out there, had 28. We were on Ty Jerome the last time out, and we took his PRA. And he had an amazing game. They played him what 26 minutes or something like that. I think that can be Max Strus this game. I think it just so happened I was right that it was not Tyler Strus, Ty Jerome the last time around, and that threw me off, Tyler Strus. But yeah, so I think it could be Matt Strus this time around. I think he's been really, really good from the 3-point line against the Miami Heat. That's been a struggle for the Miami Heat at different points of the season. All year is guarding the 3-point line. He was effective last game, 3 for 5. I mean, that was it. But he was just 3 for 5 from the field. That was just it for the game. And so now I think he gets a little bit more usage. If he's out there a little bit longer, maybe Ty Jerome doesn't have that big awesome game that he had last time out, and we get a couple of more extra minutes. It doesn't have to be much. He played 21 minutes the first game, 26 minutes, 27 minutes, something like that here for Max Strus. I think that we get the return on our investment here. He's been really, really good to this line. And I think this is an opportunity where they've cut down on what's the word I'm looking for? The rotation. There we go. They cut down on the rotation for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I expect to see a lot more Max Strus in this game. Game two, they're going to take it pretty serious. They know this Miami team is feisty. I think Miami's going to hang around. I don't think there'll be a blowout opportunity, so we'll get the minutes. I like Max Strus here to continue to just do what he does. They don't need a lot, but go out there, hit a few threes, maybe a couple of backdoor cuts. He can get to the line. He's a very willing and able rebounder, especially when the ball comes out on a long three and he has to grab it over there closer to the 3-point line. He'll corral it for the team. So I think this is a good opportunity for Max Strus to just be able to put up a stat sheet here against his former team. Give me Max Strus over 14.5 PRA in game two of the first round of the NBA playoffs. And that will be it. Those are the plays. Warriors Rockets under 203.5. Max Strus over 14.5 PRA. And that is it at really real __. Make sure you give me a follow on X and TikTok at Betting Pros on X and TikTok as well. At Betting Pros NFL on Instagram and youtube.com/Betting Pros, where you can subscribe and drop a comment on Fast Break Bets video, you have a chance to win this really cool Robert Horry signed jersey. Shout out to Big Shot Bob. And it's a Lakers jersey if you're listening via podcast, just so you know. YouTube.com/bettingpros to subscribe and comment and have a chance to win that jersey. All right. With that, that is it. I have nothing else to say. Nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to do like this. We are out of here.